So I just finished going for a run. I just wanted to make a quick video because I spoke to someone today and I haven't really spoken to many people recently. The reason I haven't done that is because I've decided, oh, by the way, my psoriasis has gotten a lot better. If you guys ever get psoriasis, try vitamin D and calcium. Helps a lot. The reason I haven't spoken to many people is because I've decided to focus on making my life better and addressing my own problems and issues. Looking at what happened in the past and saying, well, what did I do wrong? What can I do better? How can I be a better person? Instead of analyzing, oh, what did this person do wrong? How did this person mess me up or throw the monkey wrench into my life? I'm focusing on how can I be a better person for the future, for the next generation, to offer something, to give something back. Not trying to worry about why don't I have this and why don't I have that. I know the reason why, and I'm correcting those things now. That, to me, is more important. That's where the growth is, and trying to be someone who can look back and say, hey, I put myself together. I stood up on my own 2 feet, even if people were trying to tear you down during the process. The point is that the balance is something that you can only obtain through yourself. I was watching Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade the other day on a streaming app. It's an old movie, but many of you might know what it is, considering what my follower demographic is. At the very end of the movie, after Indiana Jones Jr. passes the 3 trials, kneel before God, spell the name of God, and take the leap of faith, what happens is they have to choose the Holy Grail, the cup of Christ, okay? And the guy who has all the money comes in there and he's like, well, I'll just go first. He just invites himself to go first, even though he didn't complete any of the challenges. They just followed in after, Indiana Jones did it because that guy shot his father in the stomach, okay? Anyway, I don't want to get off track. The point is this is the point I was making. The guy who chooses the Grail first, or the woman chooses it for him, picks the wrong one. It's the Grail that's covered with gold and diamonds and rubies on the outside. It looks amazing. It looks like wealth. And he probably chose it because he is wealthy, so he views that as that's what's valuable. Indiana Jones has wealth in knowledge and spiritual gifts. So he knows that no, he uses his knowledge and he says, no, it's probably going to be a cup made by a carpenter. He picks the cup and it's the right one. Now, you fast forward a little bit further to the very, very end of the movie. Indiana Jones gives his father water to drink from that cup, the one that is the carpenter's cup, the one that's wooden on the outside. And you notice it has a golden glow on the inside of it. It's a metaphor there. The metaphor is your wealth comes from within you. It's not what's on the outside of you. It shows if you've done the work. You'll be shining on the inside. It'll resonate outwards. Because after all, Indiana Jones and the guy who got vaporized and turned into a skeleton because he picked the wrong Grail, they drank the same water. See what I'm getting at here? It's the same water. Different result, though. At the very end, the woman, I think her name is Elsa, wants to take it out of there. And she starts to cross the seal. Indiana Jones says, don't do it. You can't take it across the seal. Don't do it. She didn't understand either. She was concerned with what monetary compensation could be received for the Grail, not realizing the gift comes from within. And as a result, she lost her life and the Grail was lost. But before it was lost, Indiana Jones tried to reach for it too. And his father told him, he said, Indiana, let it go. In this life that we live here, we all have an expiration date. You can only chase material wealth to a certain end. After all, if you really think about it, material wealth isn't anything. Would you want to have $180 million but terminal cancer? Of course you want it. You have to understand that your life and your experience here, this is the gift. This is the wealth. The good and the bad. The highs and the lows. Every day is a gift. The pain and the pleasure. It's an experience. But if you just make it about wealth and money, you will surely meet your death rapidly and fast. I am more concerned about trying to be the most balanced, focused, positive energy person that I can be for whatever time I have remaining in this realm, the 3D. And I don't feel it was appropriate for me to talk about and expound on my ideas until I was correctly on the path of healing and being a balanced person myself. A lot of people use the term hurt people. Well, you got to heal first before you can start explaining things to people in a way that they might be able to understand via your own experience. It's not enough to go through the trauma. You have to go through the trauma, survive it, and recover, and then you can go ahead and you can explain things to people and try to give them a more positive mindset, help people out, show them a better way. And for that reason, you haven't heard much from me. Everything is fine, but I am working on being that best version of myself. I have a very, very tiny circle of friends and family, and some friends and family you may find out in your own life, and I found in my personal life, aren't really your friends and family. They just happen to have the same bloodline as you, but they may not really support you or be behind you at all. In fact, some of them might be trying to tear you down. But much like the days and the nights here on earth, there's good and evil, there's light and there's dark. And eventually you have to choose a side. You're either going to, if you're in construction, you're either going to erect or demolish. You understand what I'm saying? You have to pick a side. And you have to go towards that side, and you have to say, I'm going to be the best that I can be, as being a good person, a light worker, or I'm going to the dark side, whatever it is. Because there is good and bad in this world, and there is a balance. Batman needs Superman, Superman needs Batman. And Darth Vader needs Yoda. It has to, there has to be both sides of the equation, whether you like it or not. That's balance. It's light and dark. That's what balances things out. It has to be that way. But at the same time, you get to choose. I've chosen to be someone who can help, educate, and share my life experiences in this world with others so that they might have a better experience and they might choose to be a good, helpful person as well in the future in their life. Because as I said, we all have an expiration date. We don't know when it is. But I'm focusing on what I can control. I'm trying to be the best version that I can be. And hopefully that resonates on the outside of me, just like that Grail in Indiana Jones. The light on the inside. The exterior isn't what's important. It's what you can emanate from your interior. That healing power. Doesn't matter what it looks like on the outside. That's just for appearance. That's just to attract people to it. But when you get to it, it doesn't do anything. It's fool's gold. You want to be the person, or at least this is my theory. You want to be the person who has something to give from your inside to others in the world. Not someone who attracts but then offers nothing. That's my personal opinion. And that's what I'm striving to be. And when you hear from me again, I'll feel that I have reached a point where I can share more. But I just wanted to give you an update of why I make shorts now and I don't speak much. If I speak, I try to speak through the music in the shorts, and that's it. because I have things that I have to work on. I have goals that I have to achieve. I have things that I need to obtain in this lifetime so that I can properly give back and make the world a better place as much as I possibly can. Thanks for listening. Have a wonderful day. This is Dexter. Goodbye.